Kelsey Kidd, informative speech, October 2nd. Imagine being a parent, raising a child, and feeling the love of parenthood, only to find out that you're not capable to have a child, whether it is because of health issues or just a problem within your reproductive system that prevents it. Today I'm going to inform you on one option that people are given to become a parent when faced with challenges like this, or one of the options people that choose that having a baby just isn't for them. Today we're going to go into the depths of what exactly the adoption process holds. To many people, this is the opportunity that they can never have, and to others, it is a way of managing a situation that they either wasn't ready for or just decided that it's not a situation they want or have to be in. I've studied this topic and researched it many of times. Adoptions are something that I enjoy studying, learning about, and even reading books on. Preview of my main points. First, I'm going to explain exactly what adoption is. Second, I'm going to talk about the 6 steps of adoption. And third, I'm going to talk about the different types of adoption. I'm going to begin by explaining exactly what adoption is. Adoption is beautiful, adoption is a blessing, and adoption is biblical. According to Webster's Dictionary, adoption is taking someone by choice into a relationship or taking voluntarily a child of other parents as one's own child. This statement says a ton of things in a few words. One of the main points being this child is not your own, but you accept them and love them as if you created and birthed this child. According to royalgreensish.gov.uk, adoption is a way of providing new families for children who cannot be brought up by their biological parents. Adoption is a legal action in which, in certain types of adoption, which we will discuss later, the parental rights is transferred over to the adopters of this child. Adoption means taking in a child that is not biologically yours and promising to love, support, take full responsibility, raise, and treat as if they were biologically yours. Adoption is a process, and with lots of love, determination, and goodness within your heart can be accomplished by anyone. The next thing I'm going to talk about is the 6 steps of the adoption process. There are steps that an adoptee has to take in order to adopt a child or attempt to. According to the book Insight to Adoption, these are the steps. The first step in the adoption process is selecting an agency in which will help you find the family that will grant you the child of your dreams and also will completely do the adoption process with you. The next step would be to take classes to learn about adoptions, do your application, get background checks done, do your home check to make sure your home is up to standards for adopting, and all of the other qualifications that come along with the beginning of becoming an adoptee. The next step would be to decide which type of adoption you would like to do, whether it be adopting through foster, going through a private agency, or even doing an independent adoption. If looking to adopt and being able to meet the baby or child, then adopting foster is the way to go. If looking to let the family of the child you'll be adopting choose you to be the parents, then going through a private agency is the best way. And if you're looking to do an adoption to whereas an attorney finds a child that is waiting to be adopted, then independent is how you would want to go. No matter which one you choose, the agency that you're going through would help you out with this step. The 4th step of the adoption process would be to get all your legal documents filed and in order. According to uslegalforms.com, a few legal documents would be the U.S. Legal Guide to Adult Adoption, adoption agreement between adoptee and adoptive parents with parties to jointly petition the court, and adoption agreement between adult and adopting parent. The next step is to become the parents to this child and raise this child as your own. And the last step of the adoption process would be to pay all the fees and the adoption process. According to adoption.com, the cost of adoption can vary anywhere from $5,000 to $40,000. The last thing I'm going to talk about is the different types of adoption. There are a few different types of adoption. Last thing I'm talking about is the different types of adoptions. You have closed versus open adoption. According to adopt.org, closed adoption is where no identifying information about the birth family or the adopted family is shared between the two, and there is no contact between the families. Open adoption is where there is some form of communication between the adoptive family, birth family, and child are in place. Adopting straight from foster care. There are children that are placed in temporary foster homes and are waiting to be adopted into a family. FOST-ADOPT. According to adopt.org, this is where a child is placed in your home with the intention that the child will become legally free and able to be adopted one day. And then you have infant adoption. This is where families that are only intending to adopt infants go through different people such as lawyers and doctors to actually adopt an infant. Now that we've talked about the adoption process, I will conclude this speech. Adoption is a long, slow process. It takes a lot of emotion, heart, tears, and determination, but in the end, it's well worth it. There are 6 main steps to take to be a legal adoptee for a child, and a lot of different types, some of which we went over today. Things within the adoption process is not as easy as it seems. You can't just go get a child and it be yours. There are plenty of hard times and lots of money spent. Adoption is an option for people who cannot birth a child due to certain circumstances, and although it seems like it would be the best thing that has ever happened, and it is to most people, it is a long and steady process that never ends.